Hi, this is Andy Scott. I'm walking into 830 Reba number 1 South. This is a really big one bedroom with a lot of natural light. We walk into a big entryway that's probably 10 or 12 feet long. And it has a real big entry closet. So if we look at the floor, we can see it's probably 6 feet across or more, and maybe about 15 to 16 inches deep. Big hanging bar, nice shelf on top. If we walk in towards the living room, on the way in we see the bath and a sliver of the bedroom, which I'll come back and show you. The living room in this apartment is huge, and we walk in, you see a flood of light. The far windows that we're looking at now are facing south. Beautiful hardwood floors. We have a big closet. If we come down the right side, you can see just a sliver of the kitchen, and we're contiguous with the dining room, contiguous space. This has got to be 16 feet long by 11 or 12 feet wide. The back, like I said, is facing south into the building on the next block south. Turning around from there, the windows are facing north into the courtyard, and it is just a very large room. In fact, you can hear my voice echo. Nice big closet here too, so we had a nice big entry closet. We have another closet that is, I don't know, a little bit longer, at least 6 feet long. Oh, come on now, don't go back and forth on me. Oh, well, anyway, about 6 feet long and maybe about 14, 15 inches wide. So 2 big closets, huge living room. I'll show you what the view is out the north-facing windows when we go into the dining room, which is another very significant room. This is a more square room, probably where we're looking now, probably the shorter wall, probably 11, and the longer wall here, probably 12 or a little bit more. Again, this is the north-facing window, and you can see the courtyard, very pretty, very mellow. There's some ironwork in front of the window. And if we look at the windows to our right, you can see, even though we're on the first floor, we're still 8 or 9 feet in the air. Nobody's going to just walk up and walk in. From the window facing the kitchen, dang, all the light is messing up my focus. It's supposed to be autofocus, but I'm not focused. We can see, well, I'm going to walk towards the kitchen. We have ceramic tiles, which are super nice. Lots of space, so there's room for a small table or extra tabletop. The back door will take you down to laundry and storage. And then you have the kitchen area, or the appliance area. Lots of cabinets, full-size fridge, dishwasher, twin stainless steel sink, and a full-size stove. So I'm going to go down towards this south-facing window, and there's the south view. And you got the full-size stove, and this apartment needs to be cleaned. People moved out over the weekend. This is June 2, so we haven't done anything. The tenants did a good job. We may need to replace the stove hood. That doesn't look too great. Above the stove hood, we have the small cabinets, which are about 1 foot square each. So it's just open space. Great storage for pots and pans, plates, that kind of thing. Just next to the stove, we have a standard 2-foot cabinet, 3 shelves, about 11, 12 inches deep each. A little bit of counter space. You see the twin stainless steel sinks. We have another cabinet like we just looked at, and 2 more of the 1 square foot. We also have a drawer underneath the countertop next to the stove, and a deep cabinet, which is much better for pots and pans or small appliances like blenders or Keurigs, that kind of thing. Water pressure in the building is very good. So that's just the hot. You can see that's just the hot. Draining nicely. does need to be cleaned a little. I apologize for that, but it's a nice apartment. Underneath it's nice and dry and ready to be used for storage. A little bit of counter space. We have a nice towel rack there, paper towel rack, outlet, fridge that's nice and clean, ready to be used. Up above we have more cabinets. And next to these cabinets, we have the fridge. So the fridge is a nice big fridge, probably about 5 feet 9 inches high, freezer on top. Shelves to the left. Underneath, well, the fridge needs to be cleaned a little, but you see it has the butter disher with the shelves. Also has a cold cut drawer and a couple of crisper drawers lower down. So it's really a very nice kitchen. It just needs a little bit of cleaning, which we of course will do. And if we look at it, let's see. First of all, I love that you have some extra space. That's great. You can put like a table or countertop in there. And then all the cabinets up on top. Dishwasher, twin stainless steel sink, stove and fridge underneath. So we'll walk back through the dining room. Windows facing north. Huge living room. Windows facing north and south. Lots of light. Big closet. We walk past the living room and towards the entry, but we take a right and we get our first look at the bath. And before we get to the bath, we do have a linen closet. So here we have 3 shelves. It's a big linen closet. It's probably 6 feet across, maybe a little less. Dang, this thing. Too many different shades here. There we go. See if I can move slowly. That helps a little. So a nice linen closet. And the bath needs to be cleaned a little, so I don't want to spend too much time there. But you see it has newer tiles, a tank commode, tank toilet, medicine cabinet with a light fixture above the medicine cabinet, nice sink, cabinet underneath, its own radiator, lots of towel bars, and another light by the tub and toilet. So I'm going to check. You can see it's twisted all the way to the top. And we do have good water pressure there and good drainage underneath. Now I have been told that this shower head doesn't work, so we'll have to replace that. But you see all the tile, even up above, which will make it super easy to clean. So we're not going to check the shower here, and we do have to clean the tub. But it's a nice big bath. Good pressure in the sink, medicine cabinet, standard commode. As we come out of the bath, if we turn to the right, we see a big bedroom. This bedroom is big enough for a king-size bed. Again, the window is facing south. Do have a ceiling fan. We'll walk in. And there we see just how big this really is. This window is facing east. And we have a nice big bedroom closet. We'll look at the floor. It's maybe 5 feet across, about 15, 16 inches deep. Hanging bar, shelf. Very nice. And the ceiling fan. I don't know if you can see it, but out back, that dude has a big motorcycle. Pretty cool. So as we exit the bedroom, take another look at the bath. Take just a real quick look at how big these rooms are. There we go, living room, big dining room, even the kitchen was big. Dishwasher, nice clean stove and fridge. Brings us back to the front door. Thanks for watching.